First Corinthians 8:8. More mere food will not bring us any nearer to God. If we abstain, we do not lose anything, and if we eat, we do not gain anything. So what he's saying is he's talking about the ritually clean food, and he's saying it brings us no closer to God, and it brings us no further away. So he's saying these things like this, why use and let a brother and sister stumble? Just remove it so they don't. And if it causes them to stumble, and cut it out. Esther 9:1 through. Have to figure out what it's through. Nine 1 through 1 and 2. They can get back in there. Esther 9 1 and 2. Now the 12th month, which is the month Adar, on the 13th day of the month, when the king's commandment and his decree drew near to put into effect on that day, the enemies of the Jews hoped to conquer them, but it was turned about so that the opposite happened. Jews conquered those who hated them, which in specific, Haman was put to death, who was trying to do all this. Haman was the leader. I'm sure he had others backing him behind killing the Jews and influencing it, but Haman was the main cause, and he was put away at this point. And so God provided this, but this also opens the door to where this don't happen again, as we see. Verse 2. And the Jews gathered themselves together, obviously to celebrate. And a decree went out so this wouldn't happen again. Under Persian law, which meant this standed until the Greeks came, and they couldn't change it at all. Unless the person, and they couldn't change it as long as the person was born Jew. They couldn't do this and wipe them out. The Jews gathered themselves together in their cities throughout all the province of the king of the king Ahasuerus to lay hands on those who wanted to harm them. No one could withstand them, because the fear of them had fallen on all the people. So now the people are scared of the Jews. People rise up to do harm for them, but the fear is in the way. First off, them doing anything to them would put them enemy against Persia. Secondly, the fear comes across them. It doesn't mention why, but they're scared to do it. God allows this fear to come on people for us because we stand with Him. Oftentimes we're going to be persecuted, but sometimes He allows this to happen. We should have this fear about Him and His people, His service, His things that He has. We should have the same respect and reverence.